You loved me like I was already healed. That's why I had to disappear. I disappeared because your love saw the parts I buried. I ran because staying meant becoming someone I didn't believe I could be. You were too safe. I mistook peace for danger. I wanted your love, but not your mirror. I couldn't hold your love. It felt too much like forgiveness. You weren't the problem. You were the reminder. I loved you. I just didn't know how to survive it. I needed chaos to feel normal. You gave me silence. You were the answer. I was still addicted to the question. Your honesty terrified my lies. You were sunlight, and I'd lived too long in the dark. I left because I didn't think I deserved something that pure. Your love broke the walls I still needed to survive. I hurt you because I couldn't touch you without shaking. You came with healing. I wasn't ready to lose my pain. I was never scared of you, only of being seen by you. I pushed you away so I wouldn't ruin you. Your softness made my edges scream. You deserved a heart, not a battlefield. You weren't hard to love. I was hard to reach. I didn't reject you. I rejected the version of me you believed in. I needed someone broken. You were too whole. I ran from the one thing that could have saved me. Your love felt like surrender. I was still at war. You loved the me I hadn't met yet. I wasn't afraid to love you. I was afraid to lose you. You didn't scare me. The mirror in your eyes did. I never meant to stay distant. I just didn't know how to come close. Your love exposed everything I tried to hide. You saw me, and that was the danger. I loved you in silence because noise would have ruined it. You weren't too much. I was too guarded. You loved me clean. I only knew dirty love. I left because you were the kind of love that ruins all the wrong ones. You touched the parts of me I didn't even name. I loved you deeply. I just wasn't brave enough to show it. You offered me heaven. I was still playing in hell. Your peace felt foreign. I thought it was fake. I didn't trust calm. You were the calm. Your love asked me to become. I wasn't ready. You wanted forever. I was still holding onto yesterday. I wanted to choose you. I just didn't know how to let go of my pain. You weren't confusing. My wounds were. You didn't fail me. I failed my healing. You weren't my lesson. You were my mirror. I saw truth in you, and truth hurts. You spoke love. I only understood survival. You wanted roots. I wanted wings. I couldn't stay where I felt seen. You didn't lose me. I lost myself before I found you. Your light burned my shadows. You made me believe again, and that scared me. You loved me with both hands. I only had one free. I couldn't be loved gently. I didn't know what it felt like. You deserved a home. I was still a storm. You were love. I was fear. Your presence made my ghosts restless. I kept quiet, not because I didn't care, but because I cared too much. I didn't walk away. I just faded behind my fear. You weren't too bright. I just wasn't ready to shine. You offered love. I was only trained to take pain. Your voice calmed storms I thought I needed. You loved my silence. I mistook it for safety. You saw my soul, and I wasn't ready to live in it. I didn't run from you. I ran from becoming whole. You weren't a chapter. You were the book. You offered warmth. I thought I needed fire. You wanted connection. I only knew codependency. You gave me truth. I clung to comfort. You gave love freely. I asked what the catch was. I didn't know how to be held without breaking. You made me believe in softness again. I ran because love never knocked. It just came in. You weren't a lesson. You were the truth I avoided. Your love was loud. My wounds were louder. You didn't abandon me. I just never let you stay. I didn't leave to hurt you. I left because I couldn't heal you. You offered depth. I was drowning in shallow love. You gave me silence. I filled it with noise. You were the answer I wasn't ready for. You weren't perfect. You were just real. And that was rare. You saw me like a poem. I saw myself as a wound. You offered peace. I was addicted to pain. You kissed the parts of me I hadn't forgiven. You weren't love at first sight. You were love after every war. I didn't ignore your love. I just didn't trust it wouldn't leave. You weren't temporary. I just treated you like everything else that left. You were home. I was still packing. Your love was soft. I was raised on sharp edges. You whisper forever. I only knew echoes. You loved me for who I could be. I couldn't see him yet. You deserved more than my maybe. You were always the one. I just didn't know how to keep something real. You gave everything. I didn't even know what I was holding back. You weren't the fire. You were the water. I wasn't ready to stop burning. I didn't break us. I just never believed we'd last. You loved me whole. I still believed I was broken. You showed up. I flinched. You offered forever. I was stuck in goodbye. You were patient. I was panic.